Hey guys, it's Jonathan from Bullet Motorsports. Right now we're in our secondary storage. This is where we keep all the cars that don't fit in our main office. We just sold the Camaro, so that's going to be going to a collection in Lakeland that had 2,900 miles. Grand National, this is an 87. This is going to California. And what we're doing is we're actually shipping this one and our 86 that we sold both in the same truck, and they're both going to California. We're getting that one detailed right now before it goes. Impala's going to Montana. L82 4-speed 1978 pace car is going on Bring a Trailer. This Starliner is the coolest thing ever. It's got a 428 FE motor, 4-speed tranny, feels really good. That's going to Argentina, so we have to pull that down tomorrow. And I'm gonna sell my GT350R. So that's the one under the cover there. It has 4,800 miles. I think we're gonna put it on Bring a Trailer and see what happens. Today we're gonna be talking about this 1957 Ford Custom 300. This is one of my favorite cars. Jim, really good guy and friend of ours, sent us this car to sell. He's moving, and it's just such a beautiful piece. It's painted in the Mopar Emerald Green, and look at how nice it looks in the sun. Before we go into full details on this ride, I want you guys to like and subscribe, click below, and that'll help us give you more content. Also, we have merchandise. I'm wearing our Warthog shirt today, which is a truck we built. We've got a whole bunch of stuff, stickers, decals, candles, the whole 9 yards, air fresheners, and t-shirts. So click on the link below. Paint on this, I would rate easily a 8.5 to 9 out of 10. Shows exceptionally well. Grill is out of a different model. I can't remember the year, but what I'll do in the description, I'll break down all the components. So I know the headlights are from a different year, the grill is, as is the bumper. Paint does kind of change colors. It's that emerald green. And what's cool is it has a Merlin-built motor under the hood, so it's a 428. We have all the receipts for that, big old radiator. Jim wanted us to sell this as a project, so it's 90% done. It does run and drive, but there are minor things that you have to do. So cooling was an issue with this big motor. This is a huge motor to put in here, and they upgraded it with an aluminum radiator. But unfortunately, when they added the vintage air, the fans are not allowing it to push that cold air through, and the engine will get hot if you get stuck in traffic. If you're running around town, no problem. Another thing, when they started to mess with that, they decided to add external fans here that will suck the air through the fenders to kind of bring the heat down from this engine bay because it's so small. But when they did that, the vintage air popped. So the fuse is probably bad, but it did work when it was in place. He doesn't want to fix it, doesn't want us to fix it, so we're selling it as it is, and we're describing it to the best of our ability so you know what you're getting. We're gonna jump in this thing, take it for a ride, but those are two things that I would work on before you really start to jump and cruise with it. Paint, as I said, if you look down both sides, extremely straight. Doesn't have any door handles because it has door poppers. So you can pull the key out, and then if I click this, that's gonna be the passenger side. This will be the driver's side. Interior is extremely clean. Nice and original. These door cards are hard to find. I have the receipts for all this. The headliner is really nice. Has upgraded gauges. You can see the vintage air controller, and then it does have a Bluetooth radio that has a Ford emblem in it. To open your trunk, there's going to be a button down here. You can click that. So here's your original tag. It's an AN trim. Color was originally a JE2. And the body's a 70B. Brakes working as it should. Your hood release works fine. You got all your switches here, and it does start right up. So I can put the key in the ignition right now. Start right up. So if it's cold, you pump it a couple of times. That's it. Steering's easy. The gauges are working, and it sounds unreal. I'm gonna close the door so you can see how nice the gaps are. All your trim looks good. And you can hear that motor, it sounds really good. Nice little cam. I already popped the trunk for us, so I'll open that up after I let you guys listen to the exhaust. That thing sounds mean. Got your 57 taillights, so you can see the 57 insignia inside of them. And the trunk is extremely detailed. Turn off the car and I'll show you. Trunk has a green mat in it. Does have 2 storage compartments, so you have a storage compartment here with some jacking items. Carpet is nice, all of the trim is nice. All of this looks good, and the gaskets are in good shape as well. Car has a lot of money in it. Got a power antenna that does work with the radio. And I'm sure you're wondering why that's open. It's because I clicked it when we were doing the original walk around. All the metal looks good. There's no rust. You can see underside shots if you go to our website, which is, the link is below, bulletmotorsports.com. Got yourself a TKO 5-speed transmission. You can see the upgraded radio, and look at how nice those bezels are. Riddler wheels, which look great. They're like a gunmetal center. All your bright work and glass looks nice. I mean, look at that engine. It's awesome. Serpentine setup. Does have a aluminum tank here. And then someone didn't, I think Jim made this. So this is a carbon fiber cover for the radiator so we get more air in there, and then they did add the additional fans that we talked about. It does have long tube headers, upgraded ignition, flamethrower coil, and the vintage air setup is all right here. I'm gonna start it up. We'll take it for a quick ride down the road and then bring it back. And hopefully that helps you make a decision on this beautiful car. We're selling it as a 90% done project, but you can run and drive it as it is. Just remember, it's gonna get hot, so you need to do something in regards to cooling. Vintage air is not working as it should right now, but it did work before they started to mess with those fans. Beautiful car, let's go for a ride. We're inside the 300 right now. I'm gonna push the clutch in. Starts up easily. You have your controls here, horn. Your air conditioning controls are gonna be up here, but I believe the fuse is popped. Radio does work as it should. When there's things that need to be done, I hate to be the guy that's like selling a car because it looks so beautiful and you get it and you don't expect to have to work on it. This car, you can drive it as it sits, you just have to watch the temperature, but fix those 2 items and you're good to go. Unfortunately, this is not our car, so we can't go any further. Radio works. So you have your lights operate. Shifter is it's a 5-speed Hurst shifter. It's a TKO transmission, you'll have the receipts for that. Interior is super nice. Headliner is original, so you're gonna see some minor imperfections there. When I looked at it originally, I only saw this one corner, but there are some imperfections in the back. Let's put it in first gear, take the emergency brake off. Tack works. So it's been lowered 2 inches. Sits perfect. So when you look at the pictures, you're gonna see how nice it is. We have a gallery with over 60 photos, underside shots, and then a full description. You're gonna see that we have 100% positive feedback throughout. And we've sold over 1,500 cars, 95% of them have been sight unseen. Steering feels good, it's responsive. Steering wheel's off, so the steering wheel is not straight. That's 3,000 RPMs. Nice and smooth. We're gonna go over some bumps here. Feels good. I just put it into 5th gear. I wanna show you that it doesn't slip. No slippage. Get it back in a second. I'll pull out the clutch. We're gonna go into reverse so you can see that reverse works, and then we'll take it back down the main road. Right now our temperature's at 150 degrees and it's slowly climbing. Clutch is easy too. Tachometer is working, speedometer is working, we've got great oil pressure. So this motor was put together and built. I keep on going into, there we go. Fuel gauge looks to be working. We've got great voltage right now. We're gonna turn right here, going into 2nd. Nice and easy transition. Brakes feel great. Steering is responsive. It's got a lot of pep. I don't want to push it too hard. Whoa. Taking some corners here, feels really good. Upgraded front end. Temperature's still good. We're at 100 and 150 still, so it's still cool. We've been driving for about 5 minutes. Feels really peppy. Brakes are even. If you guys have any questions about this in regards to financing or shipping, you can go to our website or click on the link below. You can click on our finance tab. We've got 3 great lenders there. For transport, you click on that, you can enter your port of entry or your zip code, and we'll get back to you within 24 hours, usually faster. We can also help you with building that into the price point of the car. You gotta make sure you follow our social media, because on our social media, we're gonna have specials. Probably every quarter we run 1 month that we're giving free shipping out. And the only way you're gonna find out is if you follow our Instagram, which is Bullet Motorsports. We finally are at operating temperature, 190 degrees. We've been driving it for about 7 minutes with no issues. Hopefully this will help you guys make a decision on if you want to buy this car. If it were me, I'd say yes. The price point, you couldn't build it for what we're going to sell it for. If you have any questions, 954-363-2261. We're going to get some outside shots right now and help you make a decision on this beautiful 1957 Custom 300. Here's a little pull. This first gear right here. Woo! I can't believe how fast it is for how big it is. It just lifted the front end up. Cool. Well, we'll get some outside shots here. Let me turn around, drop your seat off, and that'll be it. So we just finished the test drive. Obviously, when I use the word project, people get scared, so I want to show you guys the oil. Oil's fresh. We just drove it. Let me do another dip in there. It's got great oil pressure. You can see the color is very nice as well. No coolant in it. The highest the temperature got to when we were doing this drive was about 220, and that's when I decided to end the test drive and bring it back over here. But if you guys are looking for a really cool cruiser that needs minimal work to be a show winner, look no further. 428 powered, built motor, runs like hell. Beautiful dash, beautiful interior with a lot of custom touches. This is definitely the car for you. 954-363-2261.